I guess we'll welcome on our next guest, a man who is probably, I guess, the best product to come out of Fayetteville since one Jermaine J. Cole. We got Elvin De La Rosa, great defensive back for Fayetteville State. I don't know if you caught what I just said, Elvin, but I
Yeah, I
said that you're the
did.
best product. Okay, just making sure. Just want to make sure you got that shine. So I'll begin with my question, then pass it on to my experts. Defensive backs about swagger. As we all know,
Definitely.
Deion Sanders. You name it. Is there a defensive back that you model your game off of? Do you base your game on like trash talk or anything?
It's plenty a lot of players. I would probably say Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? Just his aggressiveness, his play style, his physicality in the field. Like, and I see his passion every time I watch him play. So I could definitely see myself like comparing myself to Jalen Ramsey because I had the same tenacity in the field. Like I just let loose when I'm on that field. I'm a quiet person. I like off the field, but when I'm in that field, like I let loose. I express myself. Definitely a trash talker. Definitely when I'm in that mode.
Yeah, I mean it's great to hear. I mean because shoot, I mean Jalen Ramsey first off, not a bad as we all know, not a bad corner to compare oneself to. But trash talking corners make the game more fun. As we all know. So I'll kick it to Jackson. We'll do a snake, almost like a fantasy football draft. We'll just snake around each time. So Jackson, we'll start off with your questions for Alvin.
Absolutely, Elvin. Thanks so much for coming on. First of
Thank you
all,
for having me.
and oh, absolutely, absolutely. One thing I wanted to ask you: you got an opportunity to go to the HBCU combine and work out in front of many, right? I'm curious. You benched 21, and if you're looking at the prototypical defensive back right now in the league, average is just about 15. How does you feel that strength is something that will benefit you a lot when you go up to the next level?
uh, I want to say yes and no. I'm saying I say yes and no just because weightlifting is just lifting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta at the end of the day you gotta put them pads on and be skilled like skillfully like good to play football on the field. You know what I'm saying? Weight room is the weight room. But 21, 21 benches. I definitely feel like I'm up there with the guys in the NFL right now.
No doubt about that.
Absolutely. Hey, well, strength is certainly never a bad thing to have, right? So definitely something that'll be useful. Elvin, man, I've been so impressed watching your highlights with a lot of how quick you get in the backfield, your recognition. How much film study are you doing, man? Because you just like flew off the tape a lot of times in your recognition. And of course, you've got the athleticism and the burst to close in on it.
That man, I'm a film junkie for sure. Like I love watching film. I'm watching film when I'm walking to class, when I'm in the cafeteria. I'm watching practice film, just trying to get better. I feel like the week starts off with you watching film. You got to know your opponent. You got to know what you're facing the week of, and it makes me knowing what's going on helps me help my teammates. It makes us play faster as a unit.
Hey, if you don't have to think, you can play fast, right? And you don't
Yes,
have to
sir.
think if you watch enough film. And man, it was so obvious on the tape. I was very impressed. So man, good job on
Just
that.
off recognition.
That's right. I'm gonna I'm gonna piggyback off Jackson. And if you had another question, Jackson, please ask it. But I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I mean, from watching your tape, Elvin, man. I mean, first of all, I gotta tell you, I mean, we talked about you at our event, man. You were one of the guys that walked through the door. I mean, all about business. Looked like you were ready to make a move and trying to get some people to recognize who you were. I mean, we were talking about you from the day we met you, and just really, really enjoying watching your journey through this whole thing, man. I think you're gonna find yourself playing on Sundays without a doubt. But my question to you is watching that tape, man. I mean, I believe this is me as a former coach and scout. I mean, I believe I'm looking at when I'm watching your tape, man. I think I'm watching one of the most physical tacklers at the HBCU level, man. And I want to ask you, I mean, how important is being that physical type of how important is tackling to you? You know, how seriously do you take it and how much you work on it?
Man, tackling is definitely very important. Like I pride myself in my tackling. I pride myself in being a solo tackler. I mean, anybody can gang tackle, but I pride myself in being a solo tackler because as a safety, I'm the last line of defense. If that man gets past me, then he off the TD. Unless one of my other boys they hustling together, but I'm the last line of defense. So it's very important for me to get that tackle.
That's right. You can see it. You can see it all over the tape, man. And I guess that leads me to my next question. You kind of brought it up there, but what what was that competition like? To me, Division II Fayetteville State. You guys had to me one of the most impressive defensive backfields, and I think that's showing up in this draft process for you and for Williams. What was that room like competing with those guys? How did y'all make each other better? Did you push each other?
Man, it was fun, man. Coming with having those group of guys in the defensive backfield, it was fun. Having Josh, man, we always talk smack to each other. You know what I'm saying? We always got it in after practice. You know what I'm saying? Getting the jug machine, just getting it in, working on our footwork, working on film study together. It
Yeah,
was just nice having those group of guys because they was real professionals at a young age. We was all real professionals, and there's some more guys back there that have another year
yeah,
that
that's right.
they're gonna be coming out.
But I see that. I can definitely see that. So I got to ask you, man. I'm wrapping up all my questions at once. But what just like I ask everybody, man, who you training with? What are you working on to get better? What you focusing on and who you with right now?
Right now I'm training in Charlotte. Right now I'm in Charlotte. I'm training over here at Velocity Sports. With Jed, he's our speed trainer, and
Hmm.
my DB coach is Captain Munderland.
Yeah,
He's a retired
nice.
football player that
Yeah,
played for the Panthers. So I'm doing
Mobile,
some work
Alabama.
in with both.
Captain Funnel.
Mobile,
yeah,
That's
Alabama, yes
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Uh, but yeah, just been working on my footwork with Cap. You know what I'm saying? He's been good with me just every day, grinding, working on my hips, working on my break, getting my brakes crispy. Jed, we working on my 40, my starts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to put up some times on my pro day.
That's right. That's right. When is that pro day?
I want to the 30th of this month at A&T.
Good luck with that. And
Yes, sir.
appreciate you doing this, man.
Thank you.
Coach Grove, you got
Hey,
anything
De La
for him?
Rosa, we appreciate you. Go ahead.
It's on you, Coach.
Yeah, De La Rosa, appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Got a two-part question. I'm gonna stick with the football side. All right. Defensively, coming in when you're on the field and you're down and somebody needs to make a play. All right. Somebody needs to play. Is your personality to dig down within yourself, knowing you got to make a play, and people dependent on you to make the play? You're the guy that kind of corrals everybody, and then you got to do something special on your own. What's your thought process when the game's on the line and a play has to be made for you to win? What's that process?
To be honest, I try to get all my guys to try to make the play, but deep down in myself, I feel like I'm the guy that's gonna try to make that play. So I'm trying to motivate
All
others
right.
to make that play, but at the end of the day, I'm competing. So at the end of the day, I want to make that play.
All right. Yeah, I knew the defensive guy would say that. So let's go to back to what I like to cover with all of you guys since we had an inaugural event. What was the opportunity like when you received the invitation? Those talks around getting you into Selma, and what was your thought process? How'd you feel? And then the second part of that one would be when you walked in the door through measurements, and there were 16 teams on the ground, including the XFL. What was going through your mind? What was your process? How did you feel?
Man, it was amazing. I was just grateful for the opportunity because after the season was over, I didn't know what was next, and you guys hit me up with the invitation. And I immediately told my mother, and then I talked to a couple of my teammates and stuff like that because y'all invited a couple of my teammates as well. But we was all just grateful for the opportunity because we didn't know what was next, and we was just taking it as a way of God showing us that this is our path. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the best of it, no matter no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? And I just love the event. I want to thank you guys again because I've always been thanking y'all, but I just want to thank y'all again for having that event, man. Because I was just being around that environment, being around the other guys from different schools, and just competing and just talking to those scouts and meeting other coaches as well, just getting knowledge from them. It was just a blessing. Walking in and getting those measurements that day one, man, it was crazy because I know for a fact I put in the work and I know my body looks apart. So I was heading in there confident, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I was going. I passed the eye test, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it was a definitely awesome moment.
Right. All right. Now, one more, and I'll get out of here. This is a scenario. You drafted, you walk into the locker room or whatever NFL team, and the locker room's empty. So you got the guy that's cleaning up the locker room, and that you don't know him, you've never seen him before. He asked you, what do you think you can bring to this locker room? What would your answer be?
If I go into this locker room, I want to say energy, but that's gonna be the typical answer.
Yeah, just whatever flows out, bro. Just whatever flows.
Definitely that energy, man. Because like I said, outside of football, I'm a quiet guy. But when I'm in that environment, I express myself. People get to see a different side of Elvin, and I'm definitely that energetic guy that's gonna bring that woo, like. So yeah, definitely that energy.
No doubt about it.
All right, we appreciate you, man.
I know what I can say, Coach, to that is that, and like we talked about this kid many times, and like I said in the beginning, how he came through the door, and I think that rubs off on other people, man. So just whatever that energy is, that's the energy that you need to keep as you move forward in your journey, man, and you just stay yourself. And we're gonna be asking you for some tickets here pretty soon, man.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send them to you.
That's right. Right. So we appreciate you doing this. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Elvin. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm excited to see Elvin play. I mean, you don't see many hard-hitting defensive backs anymore, and his tape was electric, honestly. And I hadn't heard the term. I thought my dad was the only one that used the term "woo lick." It's good to see someone our age using that term. So.